Hi everyone, Gig Coach Jake back with more gig economy news and good stuff on DoorDash. Now I know a month and a half ago I did a video on DoorDash changing their pay model. I received a lot of backlash on that, but I'm an optimist. I expected good things coming from them based on the fact that they're getting ready to launch IPO, trade public, and they're really trying to keep their lead against Grubhub now in market share and keep increasing that. Driver retention is one of the things they need to fix, right? They've done all these driver referrals in a lot of markets. I know a lot of people, I've been seeing all the complaints that your market's saturated. They do this off and on all the time. You know how many drivers actually complete those 200 deliveries or even half? A very small percentage. The majority that sign up do 0 deliveries. But anyway, back to the good stuff. So, DoorDash sent out an email. Basically, it was the roundtable discussion, right? And a survey, and we want to get your input. It took several weeks before they finally sent that email. So right here, take a look. There's the actual email I received. I'll do a separate video on this with the survey, all the questions I had, my responses, and just more in great detail on that. But what I have seen, not only an increase in pay, I've collected a lot of screenshots and data, and I've done a lot of my own research in my market for DoorDash. I was one that really thought that they paid very low. Now, when there's a very big tip or very big offer or big delivery, yes, the majority of the time they're paying as low as $1. But there's a lot of screenshots I have where they paid out pretty high. I'm going to do a separate video because I don't want to make this too long. But I'm going to share everything I found in my market and why DoorDash really isn't so bad. Anyhow, so what I've seen increase, I'm a series of screenshots here, in pay. Now, a lot of them were $5 to $6 range. Didn't matter how far you were going, how many items. I'm seeing a lot of payouts. Not only they're averaging $1 per mile, so what I've seen is when you are going a further distance, whether it's you have to go pick up the merchant that's far or whatnot, it was right around $1 per mile. Now, I've seen a lot of offers that were small. They were paying out huge. I mean, take a look at some of these offers. I'm just going to show you a few that weren't very far. The mileage was low, and DoorDash actually kicked in a majority of that. The tip was like $2, $1, or no tip at all. So, again, I'm going to do a separate video that's going to share all this stuff that I found. But, again, in my market, Phoenix, every market's different. What I've seen, along with the increase of drivers, we're saturated. We're just as saturated as everybody. We pretty much have 0 peak pay through the week anymore. No lunch, dinner. We had one day last week, and it was for like lunch in one area. So the other thing they've changed, they've decreased the size of the zones. So I know this is how it was before. They made them bigger. They tried some stuff out, but they've listened to our feedback. We didn't want to be getting sent too far. One of the things that I suggested was, decreasing the zones or basically the distance and the amount we make. How do I increase that? Not sending us so far and keeping people in different zones and controlling it that way. But back to the good stuff. So you just saw the decrease in zones there and increase in zones. But Grubhub, I wish they instilled that in my market. We have one huge region. But back to the good stuff for DoorDash. Another issue they're having right now is scheduling issues. I have no problem dashing now, even though we're saturated, right? I pretty much want to work peak times running a little offers, or you can actually go in and schedule the day of. Go and look right before, 15, 30 minutes. They pop up quite a bit. You could be able to jump on 15 minutes early from when you schedule and get 30, 45 minutes or longer on there. Shorter dashes tend to get more offers a short amount of time, but do as you please. So, as far as the scheduling goes, I just want to share one of the things that they're doing. So they did send out this email, right? And the email addresses the issue and talk about they're fixing it. One of the things they implemented is an early scheduling program. Now, I know they've had this in some markets, but they have it everywhere. Now, what I want to share is actual website. So when I got the email, it says go to the community link. And once you click on that, this browser comes up. You can see right here it says DoorDash is happy to announce the launch of a new program, Early Access Scheduling. Now you're wondering who's available for that and how do I get. Now I'm going to read that right now. So I'll go quick. Check this out. What is early access? Early access scheduling is a program that allows qualified dashers to access the dasher schedule 6 days in advance beginning at 3 p.m. each day. For example, if you qualified for early access on Fridays at 3 p.m., you would be able to see the next Thursday dasher schedule. How do I qualify? There are 2 ways to qualify for early access. You qualify if you have accepted and completed at least 20 deliveries on the DoorDash platform between 12 a.m. the previous Friday and 11:59 p.m. the previous Thursday. So basically that 1 week period. You qualify if you have completed at least 250 lifetime deliveries on the DoorDash platform. So it's not one or the other, or it's not both, it's one or the other. You do not need both. So if you're a dasher that's been a long time and you have 250 plus, they're rewarding you with early access to scheduling. Those that at least 20 dashes a week, again, rewarding you as well for being a little bit more dedicated to the platform. When will this program start? The program is now active across the U.S. and Canada. Early access qualifying dashers will be refreshed every Friday, and qualifications will last throughout the following Thursday. Will the qualification standards change? The above qualification standards are subject to change. If they change, dashers will receive an email, and the early access communities page will be updated. This is the page, so this is the most updated stuff here, and I have this bookmark. This is the one I'll always come back to. What happens if I don't qualify? If you have not qualified for early access, the following week, you will be able to access the dasher schedule 5 days in advance beginning at 12 a.m. every day. For example, if you did not qualify for early access on Saturday at 12 a.m., you would be able to see next Thursday's dasher schedule. Qualifications based on completed deliveries accepted between, again, 12 a.m. Friday and 11:59 p.m. Thursday. That's great stuff for those of you that love to schedule in advance and really have your schedule nailed down. So don't fret. They're making some good changes. Do they have a lot of cons? Are there problems with DoorDash? Yes. Every gig company. I can list off every company there is out there and a list of pros and a list of cons. That's why you want to diversify and use all these apps. For example, I ran DoorDash a little bit in the morning yesterday before lunch. Then I went and did Amazon Flex and I did a route there. Then I finished out the evening with Grubhub on the way home. I had multiple apps on, but whoever's hidden and whoever's going to pay me best and keep me busy is who I'm going to work for. So, those of you that are upset about your market being saturated, like I said, don't worry. It's temporary. That's a huge revolving door. Look at all the comments on social media and all the people not making good money. You really think they're going to stick around very long? Especially when they get signed up with Grubhub or any one of the other apps out there. Or go back to regular job. And summer's coming. It's going to get hot in most places. Do you really think a lot of those dashers are going to stick around? They're not. So in the meantime, work smarter, diversify, use multiple apps. You have rideshare, on-demand food delivery. You have grocery delivery, grocery pickup. You have Amazon. So many opportunities out there. Yes, not all markets have all those opportunities, but take a look and see. There's even WAG. You can go walk dogs. Again, so many opportunities. But in the meantime, find a way to make that money however you can, and just know that the demand is going to increase and drivers are going to decrease. And it's going to be good again. Those peak days will come back. The driver referrals will always come back around. So probably around mid to end December, they're going to come back again. So don't knock those that took advantage of it. There really wasn't a lot of dashers out there completing that or even getting halfway through. With that being said, I hope this information helps and motivates some of you and gives you a good outlook on what's going on. Yes, we can focus on the bad all we want, but let's take a look at the good stuff, capitalize on it, and have fun. As always, be safe out there, have fun on the road, and work smarter.